Hey. I did. Hey, I didn't even expect to come in and see nobody in here but Susan. Hey, how you doing? I swear, let me turn this down. I've been jamming to Annie Lennox radio all day. No joke. It's taking me everywhere from Michael, and then Man in the Mirror came on like 15 minutes ago. So I replayed that 2, 3 times, and I got on charge. That song is so powerful. Now Seal is on, but how's everybody doing? Let me get in these comments because you know I can't see from here. And now I changed my position so I really can't see the screen. Just to get a better lighting, because like I said, it's so gray today. So, too much. It's too much. How you guys doing? Now, I would be lying if I did not tell you all that after I left earlier, first of all, I was having so much fun. I was like, I want to stay. But, hold on, let me get in here. I really wanted to stay, but more than that, it started really making me think about teenagers. It had me all in my when you raise teenager feelings. Like, and it's always somebody telling you how they do it. Well, you do it with yours. If you got teenagers and somebody tell you how to do it, tell them do it with yours. And I pray it works. Hey, not another fan. Hey, Susan. Hey. But you gotta tell them. I was thinking about that. Like, teenagers. But I love them because they get you back on your toes. You done lost the game until they came back in the picture. You lost your pizzazz, you lost your spice, and then they brought you back to what you could do, and you remembered. But yeah, I'm not doing nothing today. Nothing at all. So it's kind of been a down day. You know, one of those days you'll nap a lot. You just sleep. That's it. So it's like, oh no, I'm fighting. I'm fighting. But the funny thing is, last night I was outside and they were mowing the line. And when they were mowing the line outside, I was like, oh, it's gonna cause my sinuses to. Next thing I knew, I was sneezing. And then this weather is like, oh, I'm gonna need it to stop. I'm gonna need it to stop. I needed to get to one weather. That's the one thing I don't miss about Chicago. And people always tell me they say this the same. And even when I was in Georgia, they were telling me, like, oh no, Georgia's weather, it'll change in the same week. It does this. But Chicago. I mean, one day is nice and beautiful and hot. The next day is freezing. Then it's raining. I never know. And sometimes I'm looking at the actual weather, supposedly, on your phone, accurate weather. And I'm like, wait a minute, it's no way. It's no way. That's not what I see. That's not going on for me. Hey, Beauty by KK. Hey, Tina. Hey, Emma. Talking about, talking about the weather. Talking about life. How's everybody doing? You know, a fun game I was thinking of starting to play is If You Knew Me, You'd Know. So, you know how so many people are sitting around so much saying, I wouldn't do this. If you knew me, you'd know. If you knew what I've been through, if you knew, if you knew, if you knew, if you knew, if you knew. So I want to start simple, like maybe with 3 questions in the beginning. But if you knew me, you'd know I wouldn't. If you knew me, you'd know I need. If you knew me, you'd know I am. It starts that simple, and that'll tell you everything about somebody. It's that simple. Because if you knew me, you'd know this shit we getting into could lead to some. If you knew me, you'd know I like to laugh. My happiest places are next to a fire on a 75-degree night, looking at a beautiful sky, enjoying whoever I'm around. You know, But sometimes we want people to just know us. Like, man, this me. This who I am. This why I am. You didn't know when I was in sixth grade somebody took my lunch? I said, no, I didn't know. I didn't know you in seventh grade. So I can't. You want them to know. You want somebody to know. Best way is to tell them. It's easy to tell somebody how they fucked up. It's hard to tell somebody you hurt me. It's hard to tell somebody, man, you really made me feel low. You really got my guard up because I had put it down for you. That's the hard part. But see, but if they knew you, they know, right? If they not gonna know it because you always there for them when they needed you, and you know what I'm saying, you was the shoulder to lean on, and you was like, that's not how they know. You gotta tell them. Even in your relationships, he should know I'm gonna do this because I did it for him. No, he knows you'll do it for him. But how does he know you need it for you? If you know me, you know. Try that with your mate. Try it with your best friend. Try it with your brother. Try it with your sister. Because that's how you'll know. Can't nobody tell you like the person, right? Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see what y'all saying because I love you. Yes. Oh, that sound like fun, Emma. You know, I've always wanted to go camping, minus being at a place where bears might be and snakes and bees because I'm allergic and maybe. But I promise you, I want to risk it all just to go. It's on my bucket list, but I'm like, okay, we got to have everything. We have to have, things to protect ourselves. We have to have some food, and we have to have a safe place that, if anything, they'd have to pick it up. I don't know the thought of it, but I do want to go camping. I do. I do. I've always wanted to own, and I will one day when I have a bunch of things. I have an RV, and that RV is just for traveling and settling up wherever I want to because I want to. So I want to have a nice one. They got a nice now, boy, even nicer than ever. But I don't need all that, but I need all that. Hey, Big Bad Wolf, hey, sis. Hey, Montana. But yeah, like I said, guys, if you knew me, you know. You know that just because you see me over here watching this doesn't mean that's all of me. If you knew me, you know. Just because I said this doesn't mean that's my only stance. If you knew me, you know. If you knew me, you know that I'm really sticking around to see that it maybe gets better because I'm kind of tired of the BS. If you knew me, you know. You never know. I don't know. What is y'all? If you knew me, you know. And you don't have to type it, just know it. Just say it. Just make it a part of you. And make it a part of what the people that you are around know. So they would know it. This is not what I think. This is what I know. This is what I know. If you know me, you know that even though I love water, I don't want to like live out in the water or anything else, but it makes me feel safe. There's something in the most dangerous thing when you think of drought and all this other stuff, but I love water. I love water. I love the water. I love the bodies of water. I love the rivers. I love the lakes. Just love water. I love the flow of water from a creek. I love a lazy river. I do just love water. I don't know. I just do. I just really do. And I always know that it's a guarantee that if it's something I'm gonna see on the road trip is gonna be that. That and what look like mountains. I don't know what we're gonna. But anyway, but yeah. If you know me, you know that even when I seem the most confident, I'm nervous that I'm gonna mess up, that I'm not gonna complete it, that I'm gonna put something in me so scared that it's gonna make me stop. If you know me, you know that. If you know me, you know that in my biggest confidence, it comes from people trying to say what I was, who I was, and I want to tell it myself. So then if you decided anything, it just be on you. If you know me, you know that if I couldn't talk, music could speak for me. And that whatever you felt when I played that song, I trust me, it was exactly what I was saying. It was exactly what I was saying. Unless you guys, now I don't know because I can't say it because if I was sending something violent, I might put on the right there. Type, yeah, yeah, that's just what I'm saying. But let's see. I'm just doing a whole bunch if you knew me. And there's so much to me that I could do 100 of these and it still be a million I'd have to tell you so you can know me. And that sounds like a lot, but to each of us, it's a lot. Because to know me, you have to name these quirks I have, these, imperfections, these insecurities, these realities, these pains, these hurdles, these victories, these desires. You'd have to know that to know me. And even in the greatest love you have, as love grows, you know each other more and more. Yeah. Let's see what y'all say. Hey, JC Bear. Hey, Dana. Hey, VT. Hey, missing my peeps. Hey, hey, hey. But y'all already know. Hey, Big Bad Wolf. Y'all already know I get to run in my mouth. And I'm half blind. But anyway, um, but yeah, if you knew me, you know that I truly mean what I say. I truly do. Because even if I was gonna say the wrong thing, I sit this confident in front of you and do it because I mean what I say. My word is my bond. It truly is. It truly is. And if in any ways I'm giving myself so being so transparent, being so open, someone says something different, it's always gonna bother me because I believe that I'm giving you me. I'm letting you know. You know what I mean? Like this is me. You don't have to go figure it out. There's no Morse code to break. This is just me. This is just me. This is just me. This is me who, when I was a kid and I would watch anything about, the after school specials. Let's just call them that, any of them. When I watched the Golden Girls and I heard the song come on. When I watched, any of it, Friends, anything I've ever watched growing up that represented having someone and enjoying something. That's what I thought about. I want it to be, and I want it. Now, life will have you be not a good friend because you're not a good friend to yourself. How am I be a good friend to you? How can I be there for you when I don't know how to be there for me? So I'm really just trying to be better. I'm really trying to live, be alive. I've been living. I just want to be alive. I want to smell the flowers. I want to smell the flowers. I want to enjoy the sky. I want to enjoy the people that are still here. I don't know. That's what I want. That's what I want. And as I make this diary, it's like a virtual diary because the reality is I just can't sometimes believe in myself that I even believe doing it the right way is going to work. I question it sometimes myself. Trusting anybody but my mother, my siblings. That's a hard thing. And not to say that I didn't trust anybody else, but to an extent. So, see, to me, when the trust got buts and ifs and, but maybes, it ain't really there. And I trust you to a point. I mean, I guess if you want to say it, but someone I trust, it's not even a question. It's not even a question. And you know how you get to learn how to trust people, you know them. So then you could say this. I know Bookie get dirty, get out on the streets. But trust me, I know they ain't stealing your money out your wallet. Because you'll know it. Bookie might steal your girlfriend. Bookie might steal that whole gallon of ice cream you got out the refrigerator. You know what I mean? But Boogie is not going in your wallet. Because you can trust, because you know. That's how you know Boogie do all that other stuff. Not to say that's all they do, but you know they do all that other stuff because you got to learn. You learn people. You got to trust. So when somebody come tell you some shit, you think, oh my goodness. I'm not going to tell you it's not what you feel or how you believe it is, but this is one of my lines. Well, the person I know wouldn't do that. Can't say what you got off of them. Me and you not the same. And everybody want to tell me they somebody, but if you somebody, you got to know you and me ain't the same. What you get off of them, I shouldn't be getting off of them. Because you and me ain't the same. No matter who you are, you and me ain't the same. That's not a diss. That's a power. It's power in knowing that. Oh, she treat her better than she treat me. What did I tell you something? And if you don't like it, get up out of there. Get up out of there. But if you tell me, oh, you know what, they treated me like shit up in there, so I don't see how you up in there. The key to the beginning of the story was they treated you like shit. And you are not the same. That don't make me worse than you, better than you. It just means don't try to make me and you one. You can tell me your older story and I can decide off your story, I don't want to be there because they done did Pookie like that. If they did Pookie like that, then they'll do Danny like that. And sometimes they will, but here's the difference. We are not the same. So at the end, I'm gonna handle it. I handle. Don't mean I'm gonna handle it more gangster than you, better than you. It just means we just are not the same. I'm gonna handle it like this, like you got a warning when they did Pookie like that. You didn't have that warning, I hope. Because if you did, then damn it. 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 Then you was asking. Because that's what I'm be telling myself. You was asking for. I'm just playing with that. But I would be telling myself that. I really would. That's not a joke. Let's see what y'all saying because I don't want to ignore. Hey, Marianne. Oh, my connection is bad. Oh no. Oh no. Look, wait, and then I keep stopping completely, so I don't know if that's me stopping or you not wait, because I'm just sitting here like, wait, as if the computer's gonna tell me. I have no idea. I'm just making sure. Because if it is, I'm gonna have to go on my phone. I'm telling you, it's the Wi-Fi in the building. I'm off their Wi-Fi. Hmm. I should put it on my phone's Wi-Fi. I know. See, the thing is, on my phone is great, but I'd rather do it from my phone than put the Wi-Fi from my phone on the computer, because that's gonna be slower than this. That's gonna be much slower than. Oh, here's my water. Hold on, guys. Uh, well, I tell y'all this much: if the Wi-Fi is bad, then we're just gonna have to end it when it cuts us off. I'm not stopping my service. Look, I'm not stopping my service. There's always something with them, right? Let's see. Make sure I wasn't missing anything. I'm in slow mo. I keep going back to that. I'm in slow motion. Oh, it's better now. Good, good. I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, that's what I learned. So sometimes, like, I remember when I was in a relationship, the last relationship I was in. Um, I remember at one point thinking, like, we've been together so long that you should know. You should know. And I mean, even the whole time in it. And then one day we went to go see, my sister took me to see Ayanla Van Zam. And we went to see her at the Chicago Theater. And when we went to see her, she started talking about like being in a relationship and blaming a person for like what they make you do, where you're at, why you had to stop doing this, all this stuff. And how at the end you should be asking yourself, like, why did you continue to do that? If you could tell somebody else it's not right, why are you there? This. So I started thinking, like, man, so that started something. So I started thinking, like, that's true. You have to start asking yourself, like, if I'm unhappy, why am I here, or why am I not saying anything, like directly? And sometimes when you go to say something, it's easier to say like the hurts, the things you've been through. So it's easy for me to tell someone who's hurt me in a relationship, like, remember that time when you did this and nobody cared about you but me, and I was there. It's easier to do that than to say, man, when nobody was there for you, I was there for you. And now I need you and you're not there for me. And it hurts. And it hurts. And I feel so alone. But I would have never knew how to say that. Like ever. Ever. You couldn't have got it out of me. I'd have been cussing him out. Remember when you was broken, had two parents? No, just playing. But even if you don't go off like that, sometimes you just close down. Like, even when you want to get excited, you ever had somebody get you so excited, then let you down around the same time that it's hard to get excited because you're more scared of being let down? Like, I've been in that in relationships. And one of the biggest things I had to learn is because I was looking for somebody that wasn't ready. You know why? Because I wasn't ready. And they could be great, you know. But maybe it's just me. Maybe just me, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so sometimes you have that. I remember one day thinking to myself, how can you have kids by somebody and it not work? Even though whether it's healthy or unhealthy, lots of times you try to make it work. You pray it work. You hope it work. And so then that kind of set a tone like, how can you really trust that somebody would really want to be with you when somebody who has kids with you doesn't even really want to be with you? And so that would always like plague me in this bad way. Like, oh, then I just rather not be in a relationship, or I just don't want to get too deep in because I don't want, So that's truly how I play relationships because to me it was like I'm more scared of it not working. I'm more scared of being alone. But what I learned the hard way, and I don't know if anybody can relate, is you can be in a relationship and be alone. You can be completely laying next to somebody every single night and be lonelier than you've ever been when you laid alone. You can sit at a table every night for dinner with somebody who seems every day to prove that they don't know you more and more. If you knew me with them, they would be sitting there in shock. Like, who is this? I don't know who you are because I didn't know none of this. But yeah, I learned that too. But when you're too afraid to be alone, you end up in a lot of relationships like that. You'll end up with a lot of people that are with you for the night, but they're not a daytime counter for anything. Don't count on them for shit in the daytime because they're not that. But I promise you, if you call them in the after hours, they free at every moment you call them. So please. Mm-mm. And even with them, like I said, in my coldness, it was like they get the same respect. If that's where we go at trust, I don't want to cuddle with you. Don't tell me about your family, your life. And when I say family, I don't mean your wife. I mean your life, your brother, your sister, your cousin. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to. That's why you got to be careful with it being somebody you cool with. Let me see what y'all saying. But yeah. Ah, those days, those days. But like I said, now that I'm older and now that I look at relationships different, it's easy for me to say, like, you know what? Communication is definitely number one. It's the biggest factor. And in that communication is gonna build the trust. Because in that communication, I have an opportunity to ask what I need. Some people want to know the dumbest shit about how many people you slept with. You know what give me a better answer than the number of people you slept with? Going with you and getting tested before we had any kind of sexual relationship. Then it doesn't matter. You could have slept with 1,000. That's a safety. But people want to know that kind of stuff. Oh, you ever did this now? These days, because we live in a different, generation that's more open to understanding. It's things that if you're not with, I think you should ask because hey, if I'm not, then I don't want to even waste your time. Forget me judging you. I'm not judging you about anything. I just don't want to waste your time. I don't want to get you involved in something that I'm not going to be a part of. So I think you should ask that. But yeah, I'm talking about in a relationship where, see, when I say relationship, I mean a relationship that's just you and someone else. That's the relationship I want. I want to discuss. I've been in those kind of relationships where you like, I'm alone. I've never felt so lonely. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see what you're saying. Let me see what you're saying. I can't see from afar. Let's see. Let me see. I'm telling you, but that's the truth. You've been in it. I kid you not. When Tamia had that song and it came out, she said, "Pop quiz, tell me where we first kissed." I said, "Girl, you keep it real." Some of these people don't remember. I don't need you to remember what I had on and what was the name of the perfume or what was my friend's name that drove and what kind of car did she have. I don't need you to know all that. I just want to know what you felt when you first saw me. I want to know that you noticed me and you noticed you had to get my attention. Whatever. I just want to know. I just want to know. Because I don't know a woman who doesn't want to, I hate to say know her worth because she has to first know her worth. Then she knows that it's valued at all times. And it only appreciates when you stop caring about it. That's what really takes its value away. Is you. And once we get that, then we understand that we are the most precious, the most beautiful, the most everything. But it's hard when you want things that you're saying, but once pretended like did. Look, even my thing, my Wi-Fi just went out. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Oh, damn, don't get me started, my love. I'm telling you. That's right. That's right. You know, we fight. We fight not to go back. We fight not to give up. We fight not. You know what I'm saying? We fight not to. I'm, we fight. We fight a different fight though. A different fight. We fight a different fight. We fight a different fight. Definitely, definitely. And you know, we're gonna realize a lot of times we fighting the same fight. We fight the same time. Sometimes even when you see the beef, I don't care what sector you in, they fighting the same fight. Don't even see it. They don't. And that's what sometimes they gonna collab because they fighting the same fights. You fighting, asking for the same respect, for the same, you know what I'm saying? You fighting the same fight. If I'm fighting for peace and you tell me that's all you fighting for, you I don't care how you fighting it. I guess we all fighting for it. Unless you just fighting for peace for you. Because some people fighting for peace for them. And when you fighting for peace for just for yourself, everybody else, even your loved ones, could be a casualty. You never know. You gotta be fighting for peace for everybody because then it could float back to you. It could get from you. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gonna keep it around you. Because if everybody ain't in peace, what do you think we just gonna let you be the only one in peace? Everybody else in turmoil and you just not. No, no, it doesn't go like that. Especially not in the real world, all over the world. Oh yeah, I'm telling you, this freezing. Yeah. They gonna have me break my live into a to be continued like a soap opera next time on As the Danny Turns. Girl, these kids be right back on the same show. They say, well, she right back on the same subject. Because they taught me how to grow up. They taught me how to look at it different. Because when I had to realize that one day I'd be looking at it knowing that it was part of their life, then it'd be scarier. Then it'd be realer than it was when it was your life. You know what I mean? Say, how is it scarier these streets than it was when I was on them myself? Because it's different. You obviously weren't at that time loving you at your highest points. But this is something you love more than any point you could ever be. That's the difference. Yeah, it just keeps going in and out. Susan has something against me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. In my old Danny, when in my old Danny, a lot of things was a conspiracy. Oh, everybody out there. Oh no, this is this. I would have swore somebody was glitching me. And I would have found reasons to believe it to be so. What they glitching me for? It's the bad Wi-Fi in here. I was watching Netflix on my laptop the other day and it got to doing that. Was somebody glitching Netflix? But nah, I just love y'all so I can be real. You know, I love the fact that I am made the way I'm made. And some people will say, like, I'm cut from a different cloth, and then be like, I can't believe they ain't do what I do. Well, I thought you was cut from this different cloth. Sound like you was cut from a quilt that everybody was attached to. Because you want everybody to be you. If you are you, stand out, stand up, be you. And whatever that is, that's it. That's your job. That's your mission. That's your mission. But I don't want your mission to be let me be a violent, terrible person because people don't mess with me. Because what I want you to know, like, that is wrong. That is wrong. Definitely, it's wrong no matter who it's happening to, me, you, and everybody else. It's wrong. It's wrong. And what's so wrong is it's terrible that all of us, when it's something that we don't like that's done to us, most of us will do that to someone else. So people made me feel scared, made me feel alone, made me feel afraid. And so that's what I'm going to bring to other people. People made me feel ugly, made me feel down, made me feel broke. So that's what I'm going to do to other people. People made me feel like a slut, like a this. I'm going to do that to other people. That's where you get hurt people, misery, love, company. Mm, man. The worst wound is the wound you didn't know you had. You know, the one you looked over one day or somebody told you about because you couldn't treat it, you couldn't do anything. But when you know it's something you don't like, how can you do it? I used to do it. And that's why I ask myself now, like, how could you do it? How could I sit there and be like, I don't want nobody to, like, I tell you, I'm gonna use this one as an example because I'm standing firm on this. I don't play with your kids because I ain't gonna play with mine. But once you play with mine, you done open Pandora's box. So I don't even offer it. It's not part of me. So I just don't do it, period. I ain't playing with your kid. I don't give a fuck what we get into. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care if while you talking to me, you are with your kids with pictures of them talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. It could be your kids everywhere. The thumbnail, your kids, everything. I'm still not talking about them. See, they ain't did shit. They ain't did shit but come out your uterus. They ain't do shit but be made off of a night of passion you had. They ain't did nothing. They ain't did nothing. I don't care. And if they under 18, even if they came on your show, came on your channel, came in your chat and start talking shit, if they under 18, I'm gonna say, you know what, I sit down, little kid. Then if they over 18, what I'm gonna tell them is send your mama to come deal with the mamas. Cause I don't deal with the children. You understand me? No, I don't deal with the kids now. I just don't deal with the kids now. I'm gonna tell your kids, they go get your maker. Either one, your mother or your father. I deal with your father before I deal with you. How about that? Bring your father. I'm not messing with your kids. I'm not messing with your kids, nothing. I'm not messing with the clothes they had on. I don't care if your kids came in, they was dressed like Pebbles and Bam Bam. I don't give a damn. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about your kids. You know what I'm gonna ask your mother? Who's Wilma and who's Betty? Because, but I'm not gonna talk about the kids. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not gonna talk about your kids. If your kids come in and they stink and they dirty, then I'm going to, with my own goddamn money, give you something. I'm going to help clean them, and not in a bad way. I'm going to say, hey, y'all want to go to the pool? Well, firstly, I'm going to make it something. I'm not going to embarrass them. If your kid's in danger, I'm going to stand up to protect them. And if I don't know you personally, then I'm going to call whatever I need to get to your kids to save your kids. And I'm not going to do it because I don't like your mama. And I'm not going to do it because, you know what, I want to see if that bitch could get them back. I'm going to do it because I want to make sure your shorty's straight. I want to make sure that they got a better chance than your motherfucking ass had. Because if you had a better chance, you would put them there. That's what I'm going to do. Because let me tell you something. If I'm telling you I was messed up and you see me messing mine up, please save them. Save them from me, because I ain't even figured it out yet. And when I finally do, I promise you, I'll be thankful that somebody gave a damn. What's wrong with y'all? Let me tell y'all something. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Please. Please, don't get me started. Get me started. Huh. You see what my family's saying? That's what people don't. Sometimes I just want to. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, it's people that leave they whole kids, other parent, if the kid in danger, if the kid being done wrong, if I dare to get. Could you imagine? Let's just say if some of the stuff people said about each other's kids on the internet, if your kid's other parent, if you the man or if you the woman, if the other parent said the same shit, would you stay? Or you get your kids as far away as possible? So what, you think I'm gonna allow somebody? You know, they say sometimes in an abusive relationship, they don't say if that abuser is the person you sleeping with, if that abuser is your parent. They just say an abusive relationship. Sometimes it starts with signs. First, they might have started by yelling at you, belittling you, grabbed you, shoved you. It don't usually, now sometimes it do, but it don't usually start with a cold cock like Mike Tyson hit the room. Because actually I'm setting you know what I'm saying? I'm getting you ready. What you gonna take? And even if it's already came with all that. That's the same thing in any relationship. So here come these warnings. Here comes what they showing you. Pay attention. Pay attention. With my kids. That's why I said, no, nobody kids is a joke to me. And I could sit and listen to something and whatever, but I'm not playing with nobody kids. And every time I hear any mother out here talking about how they felt about theirs or what they were thinking or how mad they got or they crying or whatever, I understand that every emotion, because who wouldn't? You the lioness. You the protector of your kids, and now on social media, somebody is down in them. Of course, we all gonna do it, but here's the once again, we do it. What I talked about earlier, boundaries. Boundaries. We gotta have some boundaries. Because for some reason, in this world, is whatever sex you closest to, whatever they do, I guess you allow it to. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. And I just want to say that whatever I'm doing, wherever I go, that's it. Now, if I jump into some BS and you get, hey, I guess I was jumping in the shit. Then put me in the fire if I come as the wood. But if not, no, no, no. And like I said, I understand that people doing that on here too, and that's not making no excuses for anybody. They doing it on here because it's a dirty game they sitting around playing in. They all dealt. All of them got cards at the table. We not talking people right now. We talking situations. We talking what we doing. What you doing? And that's everywhere. If you think only over here they playing with people kids, you crazy. They playing with people kids everywhere. The beef sack everywhere. 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 Everywhere they playing with people kids. Playing with people family information. That's everywhere. These kids, leave them out. If your spouse not on here, leave them out. If you're not, you know, leave them out. Outside of that, then go. Then go. Because even when it comes to people's jobs, the truth of the matter is I'm a representation of whatever I do. So that's what people gonna go for first. So I gotta know that in every way I move. So even if I'm gonna move shady, I better know how to move the right way. I better know how to move in that shady way where I can be like, wait, I can see how that looked like that. Oh, I could get it. Yeah, I better be more careful the next time. Knowing whatever it looked like is exactly what I was doing. Please. Oh no, they don't. But you know one thing I've learned now, Emily, really, the one thing I've learned is boundaries are what you set. Because you can have boundaries. See, most people are so used to the boundaries they have in their home, not even you guys, but or the boundaries they have in their head. They think everybody's under them. You set them personally with somebody. It's just like if somebody goes to light up a cigarette in your car. I'm just using an example. They go like, and you say, "Oh no, there's no smoking in my car." Oh, okay, and they know it. That's the boundary. Hey, I might have smoked one before I got in or whatever. I don't. If somebody's, and you set just different boundaries, or when somebody go do something, you stop them. Oh no, I don't care what's going on with her. I don't know her. I don't want to know her. And you stop them. These are boundaries. We got to set them. But most of the people up here acting amok is because nobody put a boundary up. Hey, as long as you can get an audience, like I said, it's people on here beating up people, robbing people, doing all kind of stuff on YouTube. And as long as they getting viewers and clicks, they're gonna do it. That means there's an audience for it. Everything. And that's one of the greatest things. You have a choice. You can watch it. Sometimes I gotta watch it because I gotta know just how far shit go. You got a choice. Everybody do. And I just figure if the harder the life was you lived in making it or showing or coming to be yourself or being comfortable in yourself, and whoever you are, if you've done that and you come up here, man, kudos. I salute you because it's hard. This is a world that's looking at everything and looking for a way to try to break you down to prove if you tough enough, you could make it. But they not even tough enough to make it. The same test they want to give you, they gonna fail. And even if you passed it, the truth is they didn't even know the answers. Please. It's not even easy. It's not. I salute. I really, more than I ever thought. Man, I commend every YouTuber who come on here, and no matter what, just know that you can't do what you can't do. But I also understand every YouTuber that will not show this, will not show themselves. You can't tell them nothing. Want to keep everything private, though there's many of things they really want to show. I understand that too, because it's crazy out here. It is. But like I said, what you got to do when if there's YouTube streets, then what you do is you make roads. Some people want to come and take blocks. I want to make a road. And see, when you make a road, then anybody can go through it. You know how many times you done been on a road and you done went through some dangerous neighborhoods that you might not have stopped in, but had not that road been there, you couldn't have just went through. You might have went through some neighborhood. Now, when I say danger, I'm not even just talking crime. It could be racism. It could be whatever is going on in that neighborhood. So I came to make a road so you can really go wherever you want. And hey, if you don't like it, you just get back in the car and get to bending again. That's it. Make a fucking street. One thing about a street, it can stop. It can only run 2 blocks. It can run 200 blocks. I need to make a road. It can go state to state. I'm making highways out here. I'm making highways. And then in that, you make partnerships. In that, you make good relationships and you respect people as you come through building in their neighborhood. Because I'm not building in your neighborhood, I'm building through. I'm building through. That's the difference. And here's one thing I learned. When people can respect you, no matter how bad people say they are, people can respect you, they can respect somebody else. But respect a two-way street. You can't have this, give me respect attitude, but treat people like they under you or whatever it is you treat them like. Respect a two-way street. Just give people what you want from them and see if you get it back. That's it. That is it. Yeah, Susie, right? Yeah, I'm not. What I'm gonna prove to people is I don't have to prove anything to anybody. What I'm gonna prove to people that my word is my bond. What I'm gonna prove to people is we're not the same. What I'm gonna prove to people is I didn't come to hurt nobody. What I'm gonna prove to people is, wait, am I doing something wrong? Like, tell me that. Tell me where I'm doing something wrong or offensive to anybody. So name to me who I dissed, who I'm against. And it's not because I'm walking around, kids walking around with picket signs for nobody. I'm not anybody. Relationships are built. Didn't I just tell you that? So that's how you get to know people, by building relationships. So if there's something stronger with me and anyone, if somebody was saying that, it's because we're building relationships. That's how you build things. And if you knew me, you know that I am a equal opportunity type of person. But I feel energy. So if it push back, it's gonna push me back. If it's not that, it's just because it's not that on that side. I'm pleased. Nobody's no different. A creator to a subscriber, nobody's no different. We all human. We all the same. Just like celebrities. The difference between me and them is they are entertainers and I know who they are and they don't know who I am. And our finances, that's a whole. But all our finances are different. Nobody in here has the exact same finances. And we don't know that because one, we ain't discussing it. Yeah, I'm not proving anything to anybody. And nobody should have to. Just like people, oh, I'm trying to prove my loyalty to this content creator. My loyalty to this content creator. Still being here watching is proving your loyalty. Not being in none of the bullshit that got nothing to do against them, that's showing your loyalty. Pushing the like button every time you in there showing your loyalty. You a member? Oh my goodness. Not only are you showing loyalty, you in your pockets. You send a super chat, a cash out. Oh, please. Loyalty. You damn near a tattoo. You branded them. Thank you. Blessings. You don't have to do no more. You don't got to tell them nothing. And this will kill me. You'll be telling somebody who tell you, I wouldn't even watch their stuff. Then why should I watch it? Please show myself, prove myself. When people got something against you, you can never prove yourself to them. You can't. You can't. You can't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. When people want to see you down, mm-mm. Mm-mm. When their mind is made up, you wasting your time. You wasting your time. I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. Because you'll never get through to them. Because they decided what the truth was. How you gonna tell them? Just because you lived it, you gonna tell them? Just because it was your life? No, that ain't enough. ahead, go with your gut. And hey, and if you're enjoying, see, here's the thing. Sometimes you can get caught up in the chat because it's a good chat. You know, it's nice things being said. You're interacting with each other. That's a good chat. And you get caught up in the chat. And sometimes you miss what the people talking about because you're in and out the chat because it's so good. But if the chat messy, hey, cut the chat off. Watch the person you came to see. Unless you, and if you came to see the mess in the chat, go ahead and check it out. But if you didn't, get out the chat. So now you gotta get out the chat. It's not. Sometimes I'm watching a creator and I know I wouldn't go in a chat so much and say hello. And it ain't that I couldn't cover myself or handle myself if it got rowdy about it. But I'm getting rowdy with you about what? That's what people kill me. They come all up, people chatting on people's channel, demanding this and hit this and drop a link and you better do this and you better do that. You better sit down and shut the whole hell up. That's how nothing run. You think you come to my crib and demand what? Demand the people inside come out. Demand you come in and say, okay, I don't, you know how you say you don't like somebody? Pay them no mind. You know how you say you don't like somebody? Act like they don't exist. And that's going to bug them more that you could be standing 2 inches from them. And you know already, like they know if they jump, you jump. But they ain't going to jump. So I'm paying them no mind. Matter of fact, I'm paying them such no mind that they talking and I'm enjoying myself so much I can't even hear them. That's how you show somebody. People love when you talking about them because you're thinking about them. Shoot, I done been in relationships where I thought if we arguing, we got something going. He still care enough to argue, fuss, and fight. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. He just as miserable as you. That's it. No, it's different. That's the people right here. Oh, you got my name in your mouth. I got my name in your mouth because you got mine in it. But here's what I'm realizing. Until I take your name out of my mouth, we both gonna just never shut up talking about each other. Nothing happening. We just talking about each other forever. Hold on. Matter of fact, sometimes, not everybody, but sometimes we watching people and they recycling shit. You like, damn, y'all talking about each other so much that you're recycling stories. You know what I mean? Like, damn, it's getting bad. It's getting bad around here. We need to stop talking about each other. Because we actually ran out of stuff to talk about. So we just stopped. But drama makes money. Trauma makes money. It really does. But then, I don't care who you are, it comes a point when you start wanting endorsements and sponsors and all this stuff. If that's where you're going, that they'll take so much, they're going to need you to calm the hell down. They'll need you to curb it just a little bit. They don't need you to get to a point where you don't need this money or this check. Even YouTube gonna do it. YouTube love to come put the brakes on you. Throw the emergency brakes on you real quick. Just when you think you running them, they're like, oh, okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you ain't shit to me. They good for them. Let me move my water for you knock it down. Sorry, guys. I opened these cashews. Now, Nino came over like we share these together. That's right. That's right. And when you just, well, not only do friends not ever around anything to talk about, friends can also tell that story, like that, that story you have with somebody that no matter how many times you tell it, you get the same excitement or the same whatever it is. Like, I don't call it the story that defines your relationship, but just that story, like if it was The tires broke down. Then we got this, but y'all have that feeling. I don't know. And when I think of my friends, and even when I'm calling you a friend, then in that I'm going to start letting you into my world. And to me, that is important. That's special. And whoever does that, that's special. If somebody comes on my IG and tells me their real name or talks to me, it's never going to be a conversation I have on here. Because they were letting me into their world. They're not a creator. They didn't come out because if they wanted to, they'd tell me right here in the comments. And that's how I respect people. So even if we fell out tomorrow, they was hating Danny and having a hate Danny campaign. I didn't come to hurt you when you once trusted me. Because if I'm telling you about me, see, I'm a creator. So I'm choosing to let you into my world. And trusting that no matter what bad that people bring, because it always comes, even so-called friends sometimes. But no matter what, I was just giving you me. And everybody equally. Me. That part. You know what I mean? I can't give my time to everybody at once, but this way I can. But I was giving you me. And yeah, look, somebody came in. Is that my silence? There he is. There is an unspoken, an unspoken understanding. There is. There is. Some people throw the word friend around a lot. My friend did this, and it be stuff where you like, a friend wouldn't do that. Your enemy would do that. And an enemy is no friend. A friend of who? An enemy is not even a friend of my enemy. He's an enemy to him too. So no, we got to be careful on the words we use. That's not a friend. Now you can say, I trusted them. I was letting them in because, like I said, even people call me, IG me or something like that, or even on Messenger when it's happened to me before. That's trusting. I don't need to break that. I could dish you under your fake name if I'm gonna turn on. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to do that. And not saying people that gave me all their information. I'm just saying they trusted me. I'm big on trust, and I'm loyal. And to be truthfully loyal, it's not just who you want to be loyal to. It means that in that situation anyway, I'm gonna be loyal. If I say I don't play with nobody's kids, I don't play with nobody's. On the internet, off the internet, when we beefing, um, I don't. I don't. Unless, and it's for anybody, unless you messing with mine. Then it's fair game to whoever it is. That's on the streets, off the streets, you a thug, you a goon, whatever. It don't matter. So like I said, I don't play with nobody kids. Period. I can't stand when somebody disrespects somebody's mother when they lost their child, and especially in my race when people disrespect mothers who lost their child to gun violence and they question them as mothers. I don't play that shit at all. Like I don't play with nobody kids. Period. Period. It ain't I play with them cook. No, I don't. Now here's the thing. I'm not here to tell nobody what they do with themselves, but I don't. I don't. I know. We have ugliest kid in the world. It ain't coming out my mouth. Because I ain't playing with your kids. I ain't playing with your kids. Oh yeah, see, and if you wouldn't have just said that in there, I wouldn't have said it anymore. I wouldn't have said it. And it's happened more than once, I kid you now. But I never would have said it. Because for what? For what? When I'm having a conversation with everybody or in here, it's with everybody. If it's not, then it was just with that whoever was in it with. And here's the thing: it don't even mean I'm having a because I haven't had that where we having a crap fest. I haven't had that with nobody because it's not what I'm on. You know, and don't make me against nobody who on it. It's just not what I'm on. Just so at the end of the night, like I used to tell my kids, you know how you can say you weren't a part of it, not being a part of it. That's the only way. Because even with the police, sometimes they need you to just say you was there. And that was you was guilty enough when you was there. No, don't be a part of it. Oh no, I'm not in it. Don't call me with it. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. I become a part when I get in it. Hey Sophie. Two lives in one day, I know. I know. Hey, honestly, it's how I mentally felt today. So that's what I did. Um, oh yeah, that first haircut. Oh, that first haircut. And then when they get their first haircut, they feel like you feel like they're such a big boy. Like, oh my goodness, look at you getting haircuts. Look at you sitting there. Mm. Those are always those special moments. They are. They're always those special moments. My oldest son, when he got his first haircut, he was like a soldier. He was so excited. I think he was excited because we were. I don't know. But my youngest son was not excited on his first haircut at all. It was lots of bribing. He was not excited at all. Oh my goodness. Oh, and it got to a point where it was like, okay, if I can't get my bestie to cut his hair, because I got him to cut the second time, and if I can't get him to cut his hair, I don't know what I'm gonna do because he was not with the whole barbershop experience at all. Like, no, no, he was not with it. But oh, I love those first haircuts. I, I love when little boys start looking like little big boys because like when they wear a suit and they can walk, it's different than when they wear a suit and they can't walk. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love just like I love when a little girl starts like getting to that age where she has, she's maybe 4 or 5, but she has this whole like, I'm gonna take my baby doll and take it here, and this is my baby, and I cook for it, and just when she's at that little age where everything, even if it's a teddy bear, it's like I don't know. I think that's so precious. Uh, I love the way a kid lays their head on your shoulder when they're sleepy, but they're not asleep, but they're just safe and comfortable. I miss that. I miss that. And I also love that I can enjoy that and give them back to their parents. What a bigger blessing. Mm, mm, mm. That gift that just keep on giving. And he said he know. Oh, I just love the moments now. Like I said before, you were rushing them. Trying to get to here. I remember when we got here, I had to get there. When I had a 3 in high school, you had to get past all the problems and everything else. You're trying to get past, get through that. Just slow down, enjoy the moment. No, just slow down and enjoy. But guys, I honestly said I was gonna come on, give an hour. I said I was just gonna come on and give an hour, but earlier when I came on, I had to rush off because I had something to do. And then I was like, you know what? I just felt like I was incomplete. So I said I was gonna come back at 3, but then I changed it to 5 because I wanted to make sure I was free. So guys, I enjoyed you. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed earlier. I enjoyed just running my mouth, hanging out with y'all, keeping it real, eating these cashews. One thing about cashews is one minute I love them. They're like pistachios. I love them. And then I'm like, And then when I go back to eating them, I'm like, oh my goodness, how did I ever get away from cashews? Literally. Literally. My favorites are pecans. I love pecans. I like almonds. I like pecans. And I like walnuts. Like, those are my favorite. Those are my favorite. But I do like pistachio. And I do like cashews. Peanut. I like the shell more than the peanut. But I love peanut butter. When it comes to peanut butter, oh yeah. Win, win, win. But yeah, let me make sure I'm not missing no comments or anybody before I go. Hey G5. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We just, you know me, I done had 50 different topics I've talked about. But we just been hanging out, running our mouth. I was saying how earlier when I went live, I felt like because I had to rush and leave that I need to come back. So I just came back and said I was gonna come on, see how everybody was doing midday. Right at that time when you're getting off work, getting ready to get off, or going in, depending on what shift you work. But yeah, not doing nothing. When I get off of here, I'm wondering, guys, I was sitting and trying to remember, like, what was one of my favorite movies, that used to just make me happy that I hadn't watched in a long time. And so I was sitting, I was trying to figure it out. And I thought of Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy. I don't even know if anybody knows that movie, but I used to love that movie. I haven't watched that movie in years. I probably haven't watched since like maybe 1997. I used to really like that movie. That, and I was thinking about that movie with Nicolas Cage. Not was it 8 millimeter? I think it was 8 millimeter. Or was it 9 millimeter? But I was thinking about that too. And I was like, I want to watch a good movie. I really do. At first, I wanted to watch a good horror movie. Let's watch something funny or something action, like Con Air. I used to love Con Air. Oh, Con Air was a good action movie. What else was another good action movie to me? It was a movie with Kurt Russell. What was the name of that movie? But is that his daughter or his wife? But they're on a highway. Something happens. She gets kidnapped. He goes to like this ranch to go get her. She's inside the rig. Oh, what is that? Because you know how you used to watch a movie before and you really liked it, but right now you can think of the whole concept of the movie, what happened, but it's like, who was in it? What was the name? So I've been trying to remember movies I used to love a lot. Like I really like The Godfathers and stuff, but when I haven't watched it in a long time, I want to watch it from the first one, to the third one. But if I've watched it, then I literally start from 2. I really do. 2 is great, but 3 is my favorite when it comes to Godfathers. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm saying. Oh, I love Nicolas Cage too. I have loved Nicolas Cage since what is the movie where something Arizona when they take the baby and they go in there, he gotta steal the Pampers. What is that? Is that Raising Arizona? I've loved Nicolas Cage for years. Nicolas Cage. Oh my goodness. Tom Hanks. And is that Big? Yeah. When then that log jumping on it, yeah. Big. Um, Samuel Jackson. Please. And what's the name of that movie where they go back when they're in college? Um, it's got Whitley from Different World and oh, what's the name of that movie? But Samuel Jackson is in that. Oh, what's the name of that movie? And then in college, and they got like the haves and the have-nots. One are light, one are dark skinned. Oh, what is the name of that movie? But anyway, Samuel Jackson. I've been looking at him since then. And that movie came out when I was probably about 7. Uh, let's see who else. Some stars I've been looking at them so long. It's like, oh, I've been looking at Tom Cruise forever too. Who else? But I love Nicholas. I love me some Nicholas Cage. I love Al Pacino. I've loved Al Pacino since I saw him in Arthur. And Arthur came out like in 77. And I was born in 79, so I probably saw him like 85. I love Al Pacino. Is that Al Pacino or Robert De Niro? Because I love them both. But then it's both of their movies. No, because Robert De Niro, the movie I loved with him, it's the movie that has that famous actress, but she's like 13 and she's playing the prostitute. What's the name of that movie with Robert De Niro? And Robert De Niro, he be in the mirror with his gun. Oh, what's the name of that movie? I think it's a Scorsese film. Scorsese. Y'all help me out because I'm messing up. I'm terrible with names, but I can remember the movie. Robert De Niro. In this movie, old girl is a prostitute, and he be staying up in the hotel. But yeah, I've been a fan of both of them for a long time. Tom Cruise, I stopped really being a fan of his. Mm, mm. It's been some years. It's been some couches ago. But yeah, I've been where I'm like, oh, I gotta have respect for you, and sometimes to give respect is from afar. That's my respect. My respect is just staying away from you, and so that's where I got with him a long time ago. Oh yeah, I love Al Pacino. Oh, I love him. I love Pacino. I love De Niro. I love that there's not many movies with them in there together. So like even when people say The Godfather, they're not in there together. They're just in the same movie. And then when you say like Heat, they're in there together. Um, Heat's a good movie though. Heat's a good movie. I'd rather when I first saw Heat, I thought I'd rather see them robbing together than one be the cop and one. Let me see what y'all saying. Cause my G5 came in. I said I don't want to leave as soon as she walked in. I was just leaving. But now we talking movies, so now I'm thinking of something good to watch. And then there's some scary movies. Well, I guess they're supposed to be scary. That I watch them like a comedy. So I could watch those, and I don't even look at them as a horror movie. Top Gun is good. You see they're getting ready to make a new movie. It's not Top Gun. It's what's his boy's name? Maverick or whatever. I can't think of what his buddy's name was. But they making. I think it's Maverick. They're making a whole movie about it. hmm Top Gun is a great movie, but it's got such a sad ending that it's like have you seen it a couple of times? You've seen it enough. It's sad because no matter what's going on, I know how it ends. And so it's like it's a great movie though. It is. Top Gun is a classic, actually. hmm The sequels, yeah, yeah. Top Gun was good. Like I said, it's a classic, but it's sad. So it's like once I've seen, it's like Glory is a great movie. It's a great movie, but it is so freaking sad. Still Magnolias. I've seen it a billion times. Great movie. So sad. I don't think there's one time I seen Still Magnolias and didn't cry. Not one. Not one. My mother can read like any horror book, but she cannot watch it. I got boundaries with them, though. I'm telling you, I got boundaries with them, but I watch them. I love horror movies, actually. Yeah, a lot of people that don't do horror at all. Like, to be honest with you, I like a lot of genre of movies, but one of my favorites is like funny romance movies. Like so when you had like the Wedding Planner and movies like that, but oh, I love them. I love them. What was the one where um what is her name? It just went right out of my mouth. Jennifer Lopez. When Jennifer Lopez marries the guy and he's is he a doctor? He's a doctor and the mother, what is that? The mother-in-law? I think that's the mother-in-law. That movie is hilarious to this day. That The Devil Wears Prada. Oh, these are classics to me. Like any kind of movie that somehow throws a little love story in it, but it fits, and it's got comedy, and it's got real people, and it's got the friend that's gonna. Oh, my favorites. My favorites. What's one of your favorite movies? I was watching Bridesmaids 2 days ago. I love that movie. Oh, I love that movie. Right, because I have to be in the mood to be on the edge of my seat. Like, oh my God, what's gonna happen next? I can't go to the bathroom. I can't move. I can't do anything. Hey, Vicky. Like, what is your favorite movie? Like, what's that movie I can watch a million times that it'll never get old? That if there was a movie I had to watch over and over again, I just put that one on the list. Because in different periods, I've had different movies. It's been Wait and Exhale before. It's been Crush Groove before. It's been Crush Groove. It was actually a tape. This guy I used to date. He passed away a couple of years ago, but this guy I used to date back when I was in high school. Um, he made this video and it had like Distinguished Gentleman. It was still a VHS. It had Distinguished Gentleman, Crush Group, and there was one more movie, and I just can't think of what it was right now. But they were on there, and I would watch them, like back to back. That would be like my movie, I'd watch them all the time. Those were movies I love. I love those movies. Man, it's so many movies I love, though. Let's see, Mo Money. I love that movie. I love Deliver Us from Eva. I love that movie. Something About Mary. Oh, classic. What The Coneheads. Love it. What else? The Brady sequel. I love it. What else? Oh, Dirty Dancing is a classic. Nobody puts Baby in the corner ever. I was listening to She's Like the Wind today before I did my live. I told you I was jamming the Analytics radio. I feel a breath in my face. Oh, nobody. Oh, sorry, y'all. But Dirty Dancing, oh yeah, classic, classic. Oh, Roadhouse was good. I mean, as far as like Patrick Swayze being sexy, and I was probably too young to even think that because when I got older, I really thought he was sexy. But when it first came out, I just thought, wow, he has a nice body coming out that water in this one thing. And then you know how sometimes you'll love a movie from like when you were a kid and you watch it later, like, I can't believe I was in love with it. So I'm gonna stop watching it so I can just keep loving it. Like, I don't know if you guys know the movie, oh, is it Right Said Fred? And he's her imaginary friend who comes back because she's down. Oh my goodness, guys, that is one of my favorite movies. And even though it came out when I was a kid, it is still hilarious today. Oh my goodness. Snot flickings. Oh, that's my movie. Oh, Grease. My sister loves Grease. Now, I love the whole soundtrack. And I really kind of liked the movie, but I told you all I was so long not into musicals. So anything where they go out busting out singing, I'm like, okay, give me one. But now I'm really into that. Like I want to go to just about every Broadway play. My sister loves Grease. Oh, and she's not that crazy about two, but she loves Grease. Oh yeah, Sam Elliott. Yes, yes. Like I said, I like musicals way more now than I do. But now, if I want to watch a musical, I need to go see it as a play or in live. I don't want to watch it on the television. Beetlejuice, whoa, throwback. That's throwback. Beetlejuice, 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 Beetlejuice. I'm a What was that movie with Winona Ryder? What was it? Like Welcome Back, um, Roxy Carmichael or something. Oh, what was the name of that movie? I loved Winona. Remember the movie with Cher? Cher and she had mermaids. Oh, my mother is like one of Cher's biggest fans ever. Oh my god, she loves Cher. She loves Cher. And I say they're her biggest fan because my mom has loved Cher since I didn't know who she was till I knew that like my whole life. My whole life. hmm Edward Scissorhands, classic Johnny Depp, classic Johnny Depp. That's his classic with Johnny Depp to me is 21 Jump Street. Oh yeah, now that's the funny thing when it comes to musicals. I always respected the opera. One because in listening, I have to listen. You know what I mean? I have to listen, and then there's a story behind it that I'm reading. It's always some drama. Oh, if you really in the, you say it's always some drama in them stories. Yes, I do opera. Definitely, definitely do opera. A few years ago, no. Maybe like 6, 7 years ago, no. No. Go in there. And I definitely always, I had a teacher named Miss Norman, and she ended up being a big opera singer. And the funny thing is, she was at this little school in the hood when I was a shorty, and she ended up being somebody, some. And she was our music teacher. She came there to be a music teacher. I mean, she already had credentials when she came, but she came there. So I've always had a little bit of a respect because of her of the opera. The Mask. Oh my God. Once again, a great movie, but so freaking sad. Oh, she loved her son. I loved him too much, so much too. Oh my God. I've been just like her friends. I better knock somebody out for that little boy. Oh, The Mask is a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, The Mask. That's a good one. Oh, what about what's the movie where Cher gets engaged? Nicolas Cage is in it. Moonstruck. That's a good one. It's a story, yes, an opera. But yeah, Moonstruck. That's the name. That's a good movie too. It's kind of a romantic comedy. I love a good romantic. Well, see, I love some of the sad ones too. Like The Notebook is sadly beautiful. You know. Um, Now, when you start talking like tears of what's that? Tears of endearment, terms of endearment. Or you start talking about what's another one? What's that one? There's so many just sad ones. Okay, I don't know. Like fried green tomatoes is really good, but it's a little sad too. Beaches is a great movie. Sad. Stepmom with Julia Roberts, great movie. Sad. Oh, but you know it's a good movie. The Story of Us. Oh, with Bruce Willis. Oh, it's such a great. I love Bruce Willis. We were talking about people. I love Bruce Willis. Prayers for Bruce Willis. I love Bruce Willis. You know what? I keep telling myself like they're so good. I'm telling you, when you haven't had something in a long time and you go back, I'm like, these cashews are delicious. I'm gonna put them up. I'm gonna put them up. If I put them up, I just put them to the side. Next time I'm sharing, I'll bring enough for the class. Remember when you were young and you thought if you ate something in class and you were just secretive and you opened it quietly, nobody knew, but you didn't even think about they could smell it. You're eating a whole piece of candy. Oh yeah, no. Steel Magnolias. Oh, classic, classic. Shelby said, "Don't talk about me like I'm not even here." Oh, Shelby. Oh, when Jackson come in that room. Shelby, Shelby. Oh, Steel Magnolia. Oh, sad. Great movie. Sad, sad. He said this shit. Oh, Taxi Driver. That's a great Robert De Niro one. That's it. That's Taxi Driver is the one where he has where he makes the I kid you not. Black Swan. I was trying to figure out. That's the movie where Robert De Niro makes like the gun, and he's staying at the little hotel, and it has what is this woman's name? Not Farrah Fawcett. What is this woman's name? But she's young in the movie. Oh yeah, Weezer. I loved Weezer. I loved all of them. Oh, the Taxi Driver. That's the name of that Robert De Niro movie I was trying to figure out earlier. He made a gun and could just slip out. Talking to me? Oh yeah, but just like great movies. Like I love Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 3. 2 is okay. I mean, it's California, well, they're all California, but 2 is okay. But 1 and 3 are just like my favorite of the Beverly Hills Cop. And I used to like First 48 with Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. But I love Nick Nolte. He's in a movie with Martin Short, and Martin Short tried to rob this bank with his daughter, and then Nick Nolte is the cop. That is one of the best movies, like comedy little movies from back in the day when I was young. I haven't watched it in years. Oh, The Shawshank Redemption, great movie, but once again, it's only so many times I can watch it. Just like The Green Mile, great movie. Not gonna watch it that many times. Mm-hmm. Action, suspense. That's what I said. I love a lot of movies, like type of movies. Yeah, those are like I said, those are good movies too. What is that movie? Ah, when I was young, it was a big movie. It's like not. Is it Field of Dreams? And he passed away. And it's got Kevin Costner, I believe, is in it. Oh, what is the movie with Whitney Houston? That was a good one with Kevin Costner. The Bodyguard. That was a good one. Rain Man was a good movie. Lots of good movies. What else? I'm trying to think what else is a good movie. Oh, so many movies. So many. And now that y'all name them, like different movies are popping up in my head. That's another good one. Let's see what y'all saying. Oh, I used to love like The Sandlot. I loved that movie when I was young. I really did. Well, I like Goonies when I was young, but I watched it like a couple of years ago and was like, ugh, how did I ever But I loved Goonies when I was a kid. I loved Stand By Me when I was a kid. I loved Stand By Me. Wait, Stand By Me was the song. Was that Stand? No, Lean on Me was the song. But Stand By Me is the movie where they go to try to find the kid on the train tracks. I stand by me, right? Sometimes you're like, is that the real movie? I haven't seen that movie forever. But of course, it's got both the Coreys in it. I was in love with both of the Coreys, Haim and Feldman, when I was young. They were in everything. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye. I don't need you to be my alarm clock right now. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Oh, what was the name of that movie? But I pretty much liked a lot of movies they were in. What's the movie where they worried about becoming the vampires? Oh, what is that? And it's got Keith and Sullivan in it. I used to love that movie. The Lost Boys. I think that's Lost Boys. Lost Boys. That's oh, Baba. Oh, what are you doing? Ugh. Ain't got drool on you. I'm losing my cord. Yuck. What was he doing? Where did he come from? Look, he came right back. He said, hold on. I'm back. I'm just trying to figure out why your face had drool on it. I'm sorry, I touched it. I need to go get my hand sanitizer. Oh, the original Frankenstein. That's probably one of the best ones because all the remakes are gonna be bad. Silence of the Lambs still actually scares me a little bit. Now, when they came out with Hannibal, years later, Hannibal was just more gory and just disgusting. It was like there's so much to the story, and you're just giving me this. It wasn't. I wasn't impressed. But Silence of the Lambs still kind of gives me clarity. Like, so it's just even like the movie Seven or Copycat. They just get to me where I'm like, oh, this kind of creepy. This is a little scary. This is a little. They got me. Those movies get me. Those will still get me a little bit right now. I was actually just watching Seven the other day. Yeah, Silence of the Lambs to me is definitely considered a scary movie. I guess some would say it's action, but it's a scary movie if you ask me. The Sound of Music. Now, once again, like even when I think of Sound of Music, any Mary Poppins, any of that type of stuff, I'm always thinking of how I felt when I was young, and I'm like, I'm gonna need us to stop this burst now to some. Even Annie, I love Hard Knock Life. Set of Kisses, Annie, we got kicked too. You know what I mean? So it's the Hard Knock Life. I loved Annie, but I'm like, I ain't with all this. You just busting out singing in the middle of a conversation. That'd be like if me talking to y'all right now, and then I'm dun 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 dun. Dun. It was just something in that that would be like, okay, wait, did they just stop talking and they gonna sing me to come? Because see, the one thing you gotta know about a musical is you gotta pay attention to the song because that's part of the dialogue. It's like, wait a minute, wait a minute, you want me to do too much? You want me to do too much? Oh yeah, Andy, that cute self, yeah. I come from that era. I was just watching Wet Sox the other day, and he was talking about how he had got his mother this picture of her flying on from the dog from the Never Ending Story. My sister and me love the Never Ending Story. It's not real. We loved that movie growing up. Loved it. The Never Ending Story. I loved all that stuff. Yeah. When movies were good, when you got excited, when you could watch something 800 times and it just seemed like the first time every time you watched it. Weird Science, when I was young, was one of those movies. Every time I watched it, it got funnier and funnier, but it was just like the first time I watched it. I loved it. I used to love Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when I was young. It's so many movies. I mean, if I went into my movie list, it would go everywhere. It would go everywhere. It would go from mob movies to comedies to romantic to horror movies to documentaries. It would go everywhere. It would go everywhere. And even some of the ones I'm criticizing, I'm like, oh, yeah, I saw it more than once. Like more than once. But yeah, oh, the movies. And now that we done did all this talking, I'm like, now what do you still want to watch? What is it you want to watch? That's why when I heard Curve Stomp, I knew just where that came from, meaning and the movie. And I kid you not, in that movie, though, it's a great movie. Great movie. Great movie. Great message. Go through some deepness, and we see how at the end you see your brother gets killed by a black man. But because we have to know what happens at the end of that movie. But great movie, and who wasn't in love with Edward Furlong? And that was the name I think. But yeah, who wasn't? Who wasn't? I was. They was all on Bop magazine, and then you know what I mean. They was all on the stuff you're looking at. So sure, I seen them. I wasn't just in the Vibe magazine, and you know what I mean, the ones we had, but I was in all of them. I was in all of them. But yeah, even with that American great movie, American History. Nope, don't need to see it too many times. What is the one where the plastic bag is floating around? Oh, and it has Kevin Spacey in it. It's a real good movie, but once again, once you've seen it, you've seen it. Oh, and he's having the affair with his daughter's friend. Oh, what is the name of that movie? Great movie. Like I said, you name it, I've probably seen it. You name it, I've probably seen it. Like, kid you know. Let me see what y'all say. Conspiracy. Who's in that, Susan? Sometimes when I can't get on the name, just tell me something about it. Yes, that's why I said they got me back now. I'm like, what am I about to watch? Yes, yes, he's right in my age. I'm 42. Yes, the never ending story. Yes, yes, classic. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's one of those movies where you loved it. It made you fantasize. It made you have adventure in yourself. And then it also made you sad. And then it brought you back happy. Like, oh, I love that movie. Great movie. Great movie. Definitely a great movie. That's one of those ones that to me go in my it'll never go bad, and I would turn the movie off before I let it be tainted in my mind as bad as one of yeah. And my sister like 007, 007 loves it so even more. So it really reminds me of a happy space. So even when I talk crap to her about the movie, it's just it does. It's a happy space. I love that movie. Definitely. That and do you guys remember the Natty Gann story? And she gets the wolf, and like the wolf becomes her best friend. She going all through the woods, all through this. Then she finally finds her dad. She gets like separated from him. Anybody remember that one? That was the one I liked a lot. I think, matter of fact, I think that's Winona Ryder in there playing the little girl. I think it's called like the Natty Gann story. I think it was a book. Most of these are books. But when I was a kid, that was a big one. But she is this wolf. So somehow she gets separated from her dad. And then he's like, I can't remember what he's doing, but she is separated from him and she's lost. And then she runs to this wolf that actually wants to kill her at first. But then he doesn't. And he becomes her like bosom buddy. And he's like helping her catch food and helping her make it. And he's navigating her. He ends up leading her back to where her father is, you know. Yeah, it's a great movie. It was, and now everybody's goal is to go find them a good movie, something good to watch tonight. And then tomorrow, when we meet again, I want to know what you watch because then y'all gonna help me get some other movies to watch. Because I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna watch tonight. Because now I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch a horror movie. I don't know if I want to watch a romance. I don't know if I want to watch. I don't know what I want to watch now. A comedy. I don't know what I want to watch. And it's early, so I'm like, you know what? You might be able to get two movies in. So I might watch if I watch a horror, it's gonna be now, and then I will go to something else. But I don't know because now I'm just like in a. Oh, these are great movies. I know what I want to watch tonight. I know what I want to watch. I know what I want to watch. So I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna start wrapping it up for real. You know the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez. That's a good movie. But the original movie that they kind of make it off of, what is that one called? That's what I want to watch. It's got Julia Roberts. Oh, what is the name of that movie? And she dates the guy, and like the towels have to be even. And oh, what is the name of that movie? I want to watch that. I haven't seen that in so long. Oh, anybody know what I'm talking about? And then they made Enough later, and it was kind of just like it, kind of some of the same stuff she went through. Jennifer Lopez going through in Enough. It was just called Enough. What is the name of that movie. It's Julia Roberts. Let me see what y'all put because I know y'all know. I know y'all know. It's like on the tip of my tongue, and I could not think of the name of the movie at all. Sleeping with the. I'm watching that tonight. I'm watching that tonight. That's a good. When you talk about a suspense, but doesn't leave me on the edge of my thing. But it's a great movie, and it's a great movie. Oh, I love that movie. I remember when I was a kid, the funny version of that movie. Do you all remember the movie with is that Goldie Hawn? And she has amnesia. And is that Kurt Russell? He picks her up from the hospital and he has the sons. It's called like Overboard. He has the sons and he has her believing that he was his ex-wife, that she was his ex-wife, that she was his wife, and that she had just came out of her coma and she didn't remember her kids. Say that's the funny version of that, even though it has nothing to do with an abusive relationship. Even though to lie to somebody and coming out of amnesia about them being your family is abusing yourself. Yep, Overboard. That's a good funny movie. Pretty Woman. I told you all when I went to LA and I was out in LA, we had our they had a dinner for me and my son, and it was a night of one of the premiere of the episodes, and we went and watched it. But we had it at the Beverly Hill. What is that hotel called? But where Pretty Woman was. And when we came in there, we had it right on the little roof where you're outside. I felt like the star. I felt like Pretty Woman. I felt like I just didn't have Richard Gere. I used to be in love with him too. But yeah, yeah, I sure was there. And I was somebody had the whole red carpet out to me. When you see if you see a picture of me, even on my Facebook, when we stand on that red carpet thing, that was going up in there and upstairs. No kidding, they had that up there for us. You said even funny. Yes, they are married, right? Yeah, she played the teenage hooker. But yeah, that's why I said when it comes to movies, please, all of them, all of them. Please, I seen them all. The whole Brat Pack. I remember my mom loved. Was that Saint Elmo's Fire? And it had not Brad Pitt. What was his name? He was the hot boy. He was the bad boy. I can't think of his name. And now he the good guy because he was on Rex and was it Parks and Rex? And I like that show too. Rob Lowe. He was the bad boy back in the day. And now he the good guy. He the vegan. He a vegan, I believe. Terms of endearment. Yeah, earlier I was saying that's one of them great ones that said. See, Marianne, I had fun. Thank you for chatting with us and remembering with us and naming movies with us. Thank you. I'm getting ready to get out of here too, but y'all got me trying to figure out my movie. But I really think it's gonna be Sleeping with the Enemy. I really do. I thought Julia Roberts was young in that movie, like 18, 19. I really did think she was young. Beaches is another good movie, but too sad. Just so sad. So sad. Fatal Attraction. Oh, Fatal Attraction. Single white female. The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. When I think of one of those, I always just think of all those movies. Like, oh, all good ones. All good ones, though. Oh, Those are all good ones. Oh, it is Married at First Sight reunion is tonight. I do need to watch that. I need to watch that before I watch my movie. Yeah, Sleeping with the Enemy is the movie for tonight, and I haven't watched it in a while too. So that's definitely the movie for tonight. I'm going to watch because wait a minute. Married at First Sight comes on at 8. See, I don't want to start the movie and stop it, so I'm like, wait, it comes on at 8. I can let it and then watch it after it airs, and then you can miss the commercial. Look, then you can miss the commercials. That makes the episode shorter. But yeah, Sleeping with the Enemy is definitely the movie of the night for me. Yeah, Fatal Attraction. Yeah, when you talk about, woo, I don't want nobody ever like that. Fatal Attraction definitely is that. Yeah, I don't want them Fatal Attraction vibes. You never watched Married at First Sight? You know what? Now, with Australia, Susan may disagree. But with Australia, I'm literally, once this is all over, just going to watch it completely, beginning to end. But originally skip past the weddings. But this season hasn't been that bad. But it's like in a way, it has been. But for me, it's kind of like a bad movie that I just gotta see out. Like I have to see it all the way through. I really do. Yeah, that's it. That's all I care about because I'm like, even on that season finale, I felt like we were missing something. But the reunion will let us know who's still together. That's what I need to know. Ghost. Oh, that's one of those great movies that's sad too. Oh, Ghost is such a good movie. And then when they play that song, For Your Touch Alone. Every time I hear that song, I think it goes, Hold Me Tight. And I've always wanted to go with somebody and make pottery. And I wanted to be just like that scene with Demi and Patrick. I need it. I need it. Yeah, that's why I said I'm like I want to watch Australia all the way through. Oh yeah, commercials, and then I don't like when a commercial comes on. I turn to something like just a turn, then I get caught in something else, and then I come back and it's back at a commercial. I'm like, ah, Ghost is a classic. Yeah, without knowing each other. Yeah, so they almost like match together, and they meet literally when they meet is when they get married. And I can understand being ready to be married and everything else, but ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Couldn't be me, but I love the show. I've been watching that show for years. I think I started watching that show like in season 2 or 3, and then I went back because I was like, "Oh my god, this show is great." Some things you have to go back and refresh yourself on. But there's pretty much not many shows I haven't watched, especially from this reality. I know that's right. I'm telling you, I need that scene with Patrick and Patrick Swayze ain't even here, but still, I need that scene. Mm. But yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely Sleeping with the Enemy tonight. It's definitely, I'm watching that. Married at First Sight, the reunion, and oh, and if what I don't want is for the reunion to be 2 parts, because then all the good stuff not even gonna be tonight. I mean, give me one part. Just give me all the fire in the one part, please. That's all I want. Yeah, but I'm definitely watching Sleeping with the Enemy tonight. Ah, that was a good one. Because I was thinking about Enough, and I'm like, Enough is good, but Enough really just makes me want to watch Sleeping with the Enemy. So, Oh, you too? Yes, it is. Oh, the Boston reunion starting. Oh, because it starts at 7. It's right before it. It sure is. It sure is that time. I said, sure is. Serious, like you need me? Like, no, no. I said, sure is. I wish she jumped like that. Now I said her name. She didn't. She didn't come on. I said, sure is. She came on. I can't with her. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm gonna check this Boston reunion because sometimes the reunion will give you all the highlights, and you'll be like, you know what? Let me go back because I want to see that part. So I think I'm gonna check out the reunion. But guys, it was great. I have enjoyed this. And me, Lou, we watching Sleeping with the Enemy tonight. That's the movie of the night. And look, I guess I'm right on time. Look, you already know what this means, y'all. It's time to go. All right, well, let me say goodbye. Let me say goodbye to my peoples, okay? Be nice. Be nice. But he hears a noise. He said, what was that noise? Okay, Bubba, let me say bye. Watch out. Thank you. But all right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed talking to you all, and I will get back at you tomorrow. Tomorrow. Now look at me. I'm singing the songs, and I said I don't like musical. I'm tomorrow, tomorrow. But I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. If I don't see you, well, I'll see you tomorrow because I know I'm not coming back live unless I was just sleepless or something like that. But otherwise, I will see you in a chat. But I will see you tomorrow, guys. I'm out. Bye. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming. Have a good one. Good night, Black Swan. Good night, Susan. Good night, Emma. Good night, everyone in here. Out. Nino. And good look. Good night. Good night, Marion. Good night, Nino. Look, good night, Nino. He's so long. He's so fake, y'all. All right. See ya. Bye bye.